I've got to apologize about something. I've messed up a lot saying this particular word, and we got to cut it out, ladies and gentlemen, right now. The word I'm referring to is confirmation. I hate the word, I hate the term as it relates to the trading in the stock market, and I want to tell you why. It is probably one of the most damaging things I have heard other analysts use. Now again, it's not their fault. This is just my personal experience. I personally believe that most people who teach the markets don't really trade the markets. They just want to sell you really cool packages, buy Lamborghinis with your money, and teach you how easy stuff is. What's interesting about this particular term, confirmation, is that it doesn't really exist. Think about what the term confirmation means. It means everything is confirmed. In the stock market, is that really true? Can everything be true? Can everything be exactly the way it is that you anticipated it to be? Can everything line up just perfectly? And if it does, and you take that trade and it goes against you, which has happened, am I right? How does that affect your psychology? If you go, man, I poured all of this hard work, time, analysis, dedication, indicators. I bought this package. I learned through this program. I have this charting software. I'm spending all this money. I did my due diligence. I took this trade, everything confirmed, and I lost money. What did that do to your psychology? It messes it up, right? It totally ruins it. It automatically imprints a little message in your brain that you're wrong, and you start not trusting yourself. So this word creates in our brain a certainty complex. When we say confirmation, we get certain about something and we feel a specific way. I mean, for example, let's say I go, hey, Tim, you got the job. You're confirmed to start working tomorrow. And then I go, psych, right? A few hours later, just kidding, gave the job to Julie or whoever. Confirmation can be a very dangerous word for a trader's psychology. And remember, trading is all about mindset. I do, and I will say, I'm recording this in late 2017. Real life trading has been around for over 3 years now, and I've been teaching for almost a half a decade. I apologize for using the word confirmation. If I have overused it in the past, I apologize. I've been slowly weaning myself off of it because I realize it really is a damaging word for trader psychology and the mental approach of the market. Now, the second part is also kind of trader psychology, but kind of trading timing, which I like to think I'm a specialist at. When it comes to the market and to timing the moves, if you wait for confirmation, you have usually waited way too long. Now, I know you can all agree on this one, right? If you wait for confirmation, you're waiting for everything to look right, shape up right, set up right, this indicator, this crossover, this moving average, this candlestick, the breakout, all that stuff, you've usually already missed the move. And you have probably sensed that in your trading. Meaning, if you get into a trade only to see the trade immediately go the exact opposite way, you are probably getting into the trade way too late because you're waiting for everything to look perfect. Usually in trading, the best time to take the trade is the most uncomfortable time, right? Stock is just going into that support, that same exact support. In fact, let's go look at a chart right now. Here's a chart of BABA. So notice as the stock is pulling down into the support right here, it's bounced around this general area a few times before. No indicator would have told you to get in right here, right? There is nothing that would have told you that. No crossover, no index, no specific average of any kind. No Fibonacci analysis would have told you to get in there unless you pre-planned it. And that's where the timing of the market comes in. If you are waiting for confirmation, you have to do one thing. You have to allow and wait for the market to confirm your analysis. Meaning, you say, hey, market, do this, and then when it does that, you take the trade based on what you want it to do, but you do it right then. What you need to do is tell the market what you're going to do regardless of what the market does, right? Because you cannot control the market. When you're trading with confirmation, you are letting the market dictate what you do. And that, my friends, is a recipe for disaster because you can't control the market. You are literally trying to control or confirm an uncontrollable, unconfirmed thing, something that just moves sporadically and randomly. What we can do, however, in trading is confirm ourselves. We can tell what we're going to do, when, where, why, and then we simply do that. The other interesting thing about confirmation, if it is ever going to be used in any specific sense, now this, if there's any takeaway, it's going to be this one. If you were ever to use the term, or if you ever hear it slip out of my mouth on accident, more than likely, it is because you are waiting for a trend to change. And that, my friends, is a huge takeaway. Okay? When I say a trend to change, if you're waiting for confirmation, that will occur, in my opinion, as a professional trader, that will occur when the trend is literally changed, meaning it goes from bullish to bearish. A bullish trend into a bearish trend. It usually doesn't happen overnight. It usually takes a while to set up. Some chart patterns, some candlesticks, some volume, some gaps, right? Some closing below lines. If you're looking for something to confirm, if anything, in my opinion, that should be an entire trend change. From there, your job as a trader is actually pretty simple. Find the trend. That should take you 2 seconds. Is it going up? Is it going down? Or is it going sideways? Those are the 3 trends. If you look at the chart and you can't determine is it going up or is it going down, it's going sideways. Your job is to determine the trend. Once the trend is there, that's all the confirmation you need. Once you got the trend, you're like, yeah, the trend is bullish. Then be looking for bullish trades. That's it. That's all you got to do. If the trend is bullish, just go look for bullish trades. If the trend is bearish, go look for bearish trades. Don't worry about confirmation. Find out where you want to take that trade and then simply take it. Is it a moving average? Is it a price? Is it a location? Is it a candlestick pattern? If you're waiting for that particular thing to shape up, that's totally okay. But again, another example of a trade setup is, let's say you want to go bullish on this particular trade right here. And your entire analysis, your whole plan was, well, it bounced there before, so I'm going to buy it there and see if it happens again. The reason that makes a lot of people uncomfortable and uneasy is there's no proof, there's no certainty, there's no confirmation, and that upsets them in trading. My friends, there is very rarely any confirmation in trading. All we can do is, again, determine the trend. And once we determine the trend, then we simply have to focus on math. Lose less money than you make. If you can do those 2 things, let the market do whatever the heck it's going to do. Right? You trying to control the market is like you taking a spoon and trying to empty the ocean, or counting every single grain of sand at the beach. Don't stress about it. Let the market make you money while you sleep. That's the goal. That's the point, right? You are supposed to be making money easily, growing your net worth, making additional money while you're at work. It should be pretty simple. If you feel stressed out about the market, if you feel like, I don't know what the market's doing, it's because you're analyzing it too much, you're complicating it too much. The market is simple, but difficult, like walking. Walking, for the vast majority of people, is very simple, but walking 1,000 miles is difficult. So yes, even me personally, trust me, I haven't got everything all figured out, but what I have done is I've mastered a strategy. I've mastered an approach. I look for the trend, I look for some gaps, and then I time my trades based on the gaps, and I just take the trade in the direction of the trend. That's really it. And I lose about 50% of the time. In fact, 53.7% of the time I lose on my trades. But mathematically, if I lose $60 for every time I make $112, I'm going to make money consistently because I'm focusing on risk. So my friends, just as a reiteration, stop using the word confirmation. Stop looking for a trade to confirm. Look for the trend. What is the trend? And then simply find where you want to buy that trade or sell that trade. And simply follow your plan. That's it. It can be anything. That's the beautiful part about this. This is like saying, hey, Do you want to be religious and spiritual, or do you want to be political, or do you want to go get a degree at school, or do you want to marry somebody? I mean, how do you decide who to date? How do you decide what restaurant to eat at? How do you decide what car to buy or what clothes to wear? Or you just have to make that decision. The stock market is the exact same way. Just go, yeah, I'm gonna eat there, and then just go there. Is the food gonna be that great? Is it gonna be a bad experience? Is the waiter gonna spill sauce on you? Who knows? Anything can happen. But your job as a trader is to simply follow the trend, lose less money than you make, and create a plan that revolves around those two things. Make it simple, my friends. Make it real. Life. Trading. You guys rock. Thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful. So my friends, just as a reiteration, stop using the word confirmation. Stop looking for the perfect trade. Stop looking for a trade to confirm. Look for the trend. What is the trend? And then simply find where you want to buy that trade or sell that trade. And simply follow your plan. That's it. It can be anything. That's the beautiful part about this. This is like saying, hey, do you want to be religious and spiritual, or do you want to be political, or do you want to go get a degree at school, or do you want to marry somebody? I mean, how do you decide who to date? How do you decide what restaurant to eat at? How do you decide what car to buy or what clothes to wear? Or you just have to make that decision. The stock market is the exact same way. Just go, yeah, I'm gonna eat there, and then just go there. Is the food gonna be that great? Is it gonna be a bad experience? Is the waiter gonna spill sauce on you? Who knows? Anything can happen. But your job as a trader is to simply follow the trend, lose less money than you make, and create a plan that revolves around those two things. Make it simple, my friends. Make it real. Life. Trading. You guys rock. Thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful.